You're tuned in to the Keetria Show and listening to SOB, Style of Business, the podcast with your host, Keetria. We aim to highlight the ongoing trek of entrepreneurs and business owners from around the globe, featuring stories that recount their struggles, experiences, and inevitable road to success and self-fulfillment. Welcome to SOB.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Thanks for tuning in for another wonderful episode of SOB Style of Business. This is your host, Keetria, back with another hot guest. Today, we're speaking with Tempestt Davis, who is an Army veteran, and she's also the tech founder of The Busy Business, which is a subscription-based collaborative community for millennial freelancers. And she's joining us today, going to spend some time telling us about her business, how she got started, and hopefully share some valuable information on how we can go ahead and move forward in our entrepreneurial pursuits as well. So without further ado, Tempestt, how are you doing today? And thanks so much for being on the show.
Oh my God, thank you so much for having me. It's really great to be here. Like you said, I'm the Army vet, and I'm a founder of my new tech company, Millennial Freelancers, based out of San Antonio, Texas, which surprisingly has really, really bad barbecue. And I was in the Army for about 10 years, and what's so weird about that, as soon as I got out, I kind of like floated from one thing to another. I went from trying to be a life coach to information systems configuration and going back into project management. But the thing that stuck with me most was configuring SaaS products, like human capital management products, with Externals and SaaS. And then I started going to freelance and doing it on my own. And I realized, I really didn't like doing that. I really wanted to come up with an idea that I could scale and help more people. And my kids are here. I have a dog. He's a shelter dog. He has the worst breath in the world. A little fact about my family.
Oh, well, yeah.
My dog. But yeah.
Good deal. Yeah. And I know that so with the freelance stuff, I know we'll get a little bit more into the busy business and how that works here in a bit. Now, but how did you actually get started with creating that platform specifically I wouldn't say specifically for millennials, but I know it's more catered to millennials. Tell us a little bit about how you started with getting the platform off the ground and what inspired you to move forward with the concept.
Well, this is actually it's crazy, right? So I know another female Black woman entrepreneur. Her name is Leslie, and what was really unique for me was that she created a course to help other people create courses. And I thought that was so smart, because anyone who created a course, right, is sell it one time, two times. But she thought on a global scale, how can I help other people? She's thinking globally, money, revenue. How can I get more revenue and help more people? So I thought about that for my platform. What can I do to help everybody? And one thing that I noticed a couple of years ago was the entrepreneur scene. It was exploding with entrepreneurs, with brick and mortars, with freelancing, and I thought to myself, how can I help everybody at the same time? And what I found was I was actually on a run that there's no centralized location for you to go to get entrepreneurial resources. So you have Udemy, right? You go get a course over there for search engine optimization. You go to Upwork and you get hired. You might have to go to a Facebook group to kind of collab with other freelancers. But from my point of view, I picked one location where entrepreneurs can go to and talk, vent, collab, market their portfolios. That's actually how I came up with the idea. I wanted to create a one-stop shop for freelancers and entrepreneurs, and I have to go to multiple platforms at the same time.
Oh, yeah. So just kind of bringing everything into one. What type of freelancers can subscribe to the service?
Initially, it was any type of freelancer, but right now there's only 6 kinds. And that is a web and software developer, graphic artist, product designers, project managers, IT, and digital marketers. So that's it. That's the only people I allow on the site. And that's I do that because I want to create a niche environment first for certain types of freelancers, but I don't think every product fits everybody. And I don't want it to be everyone's welcome. That's another reason why I interview every freelancer before they allow on my website.
That's perfect. I love that. Yeah, because I know there's a lot of sites and platforms that are, might have a similar concept in terms of being able to aid and assist freelancers. But the busy business it seems like it's a bit more specialized. So how does that actually differ from some of the other similar platforms that you have?
There are several things, but one of the first things is that we're subscription-based. So I'm not sure you know, but right now the freelancer market is a $1.7 trillion market. It's huge. But Upwork and Fiverr, they charge up to 20% commission. And an average freelancer makes $3,500 a month. So technically, they are losing $700 a month in revenue. And they're doing all the work. So for me, our subscription-based. So you pay right now the price point is $12. Once you pay that $12 every month, any and all revenue from all your publishers goes back to you. We don't keep any of it. That's the first thing. The second thing is autonomy. So you can put your own website on there, all your social media channels. You sell these digital products yourself. You can also sell that on your same portfolio. Most importantly is the ability to collaborate. So we create an environment where the freelancer is more focused on freelancer and not so much the client or the corporation or us creating more revenue for ourselves. And one big thing that we do is all our current and future development is done by the freelancer. So, for example, we have a graphic artist that created our header, and it shows their name. You click on their name, it goes right back to their portfolio. And we want to leverage our own talent. I didn't see the point of going outside my own community where essentially I have a whole community of people with all this talent. I need to use them. I think it also shows the consumer market that we entrust them with our own platform, so you should too. And another thing we're actually going to be doing is we have a Slack channel, so it's set up by the 6 different freelancers. So the graphic artists have their own Slack channel, and then they can get to each other, ask each other for advice. If they get a job and it's too big for them or too small, they don't have any time, they can pass along to their other tiers, which I think is really great. One thing we're going to do in the next 12 months, which is the last thing, is meetups. So, and really big cities like Chicago, if there's about 30 or 40 graphic artists who want to get together, we set up the meetups for them. So we call the bar, like, first 50 people get their free drinks, and they just sit there and they collaborate and talk to each other. Because we really want to empower them. It's about the freelancers. I really feel like no one's giving them that power, which is weird because they make up 1/3 of the workforce. But I thought everyone else is just using them to make more money instead of empowering them. So.
Exactly. Yeah. No, that I tell you what, you definitely kind of provided some details. I didn't even know like the market was that big.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah.
A huge market. Yeah. So those, I mean, those are definitely some advantages that the freelancers have working with your concept and your business. What do you think? Like, so do you think like the freelance and gig economy will continue to grow, like with all of the different advantages and the opportunities to really be independent? And then also too, like with the side hustle, do you think that the opportunities will continue to grow and things will continue to increase?
Oh yeah, definitely. So right now, we make up about 30% by 2028. They'll make about 50% of the workforce. So 50% of people working will be freelancing from home. That's a really, really big deal. And that's just a safe argument, a safe bet. So that's what they're projecting. It can increase way past that. But I think people just want work-life balance. I think people want to have a life. I think people want to walk their kids to bus stop. I think they're tired of making other people's dreams come true while they're working 40 hours a week and not seeing any return on their investment when it comes to their happiness and their life and travel. I think people want more freedom. So I think especially for our generation, we don't want what our parents had. Coming home tired, not loving your job, being stuck in traffic, and making someone else rich while you're hating your life. And I don't think there's any way to live. So I really like the direction that freelancing is going in the gig economy and working from home. I love this direction. I just want to make a more happier people, happier families, happier children. So.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, no, I certainly agree with you there. And as far as the busy business, did this start out as a side hustle for you, or how did you go about it?
It started out fully as I wanted to create a software SaaS product. It was never a side hustle. So when I first started doing it, it was March 2018, and by May I had given my job where I was configuring SaaS products. I gave them my 2 weeks notice because I was having a hard time being in meetings and also trying to build this software, and it was just too much. And one of them had to go, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this full time. I don't want to work for these people anymore. Like I'm doing something that I want to create for myself. So I had to step out on faith and hope that it's successful. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, love that. And speaking of software development and all that techie stuff, let's talk about being a Black woman entrepreneur in the tech space. What changes are you noticing involving like inclusion and diversity?
So how do I answer this question? I don't think that the playing field is leveled, right? It'll be a while before we see that, but I do see more VCs, angel investors, more accelerators, more incubators, including more Black women entrepreneurs and more tech. So everywhere you look, there's a Black woman pitch competition, which is great.
Yeah.
But I'm more concerned with, I really don't like to worry about what they're going to allow us to do, right?
Yeah.
If they'll give me my money, I'm still going to be successful. And I think once we start thinking like that and use using and leveraging each other, reaching across our own resources. Like, let me go ask Bethany what she's doing. Let me go ask Samantha what she's doing. Instead of us being so worried about the white knight, the VC, then we will have more power. We can have them come to us. So more concerned with us using each other. And what I see, which is really great, is Black women just being proud to be a Black woman tech founder. I know I just graduated Founders Gym, and I love, it was Black men too, brown men and stuff, but I love seeing all these Black women in tech space. It was crazy. Outside of that community, I don't really see that a lot, but it was so great. And these are remarkable, intelligent women. And we don't really, once we start using our resources with each other, we really don't need anybody else. So I love that they're using that as a strength now, and they're not shying away from it. I'm a Black woman, and I'm in tech, and you can do both, and that's what it is. And I love that. I think it's great.
Good stuff. Absolutely. Yeah. And speaking of resources and just, collaborative efforts, can you give us like one or two resources that help you get from initially having the busy business as a idea to actually bringing that concept into an actual business model? Can you share with us a couple of resources that helped you?
Oh, yes. So I created a business plan in my head, and that's not the best way to do. So I went back to the drawing board, and before I did anything, I created a business model canvas. It's based like a visual chart. It gives you, your value proposition, your customers, finances, and resources. Basically, your business is a screenshot, basically. And that really helped me define my business model because I think we know we want to make money. We know we need customers, but you need from A to B, there's a lot of stuff in between. And it helped me see that acquiring customers should not be my first priority. I need to understand my activities, how they link to the customer segment, which gave me my ideal customer, which then gave me my cost structure. So I need to know how much is that particular customer going to pay for this particular product. Yeah. So I think a lot of times we start at the end, like, oh, this is my customer. They might not even be your customer, but you haven't took the time to realize how your market fits with that type of customer. They may not even fit with it, may not even need it or like it or want to pay for it. So the business model canvas really helped me redefine and pivot a lot, which is the second thing. Pivoting is more of a mental resource, but just initially the idea started helping all entrepreneurs and being more of a small business listing website. So anybody with a small business could list there. And I was like, I really don't like that. And I had to pivot, but I was scared because I put all this time into this small business idea. But no, I want to help freelancers. Yeah. And I don't want to do small businesses anymore. So not being afraid to pivot. It's okay to change your mind. You know what I mean? Like, it's your business. Don't just push it because you spend all this time and it ends up not working anyway. So I think that's what you do this thing.
Exactly. No, I love that. And as far as having that idea and just deciding to move forward, did you find anything intimidating about creating that process as far as getting your business up and going? Like, what sort of challenges did you run into?
Oh, my goodness. So I love my developer now, but I went through three and a half developers.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I don't want to count him. But it was horrible. Like, and I wasted money. Like, one time he was so cheap, I think I paid him $2,000. And I should have known with the platform I was trying to build that he would not be able to do it for $2,000. But I didn't know at the time. So I gave him $2,000. 3 months went by, nothing was built. Nothing.
Oh, wow.
I paid my money back. Went to the second lady. She was like, oh, yes, I can do that. But she couldn't. And she just wanted to do all these plugins. I said, that's not the type of site I'm running because if that plugin becomes obsolete, you essentially took 30% of the functionality off the website. So she didn't know how to create a software from scratch, but that didn't work out. And I went to the third one, the fourth one. So it was a lot of wasted time and money. And then that's really when I decided to market it for freelancers, and for clients and stuff. I said, this is ridiculous. And I was so upset and I wanted to quit so many times because it was like, you just feel like a failure. Like all that time and money is wasted.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was some days I just wanted to go back to my 9 to 5, and because I was just spending money with no return on my investment, which is really a hard pill to swallow. But then I found out my developer now, and we spent about $12,000 to $15,000 making our platform. So
exactly. Yeah, and as far as when you were talking about spending money and not seeing a return, what kept you moving forward in that process, even though that you weren't turning a profit and you were kind of throwing money out the window, so to speak?
It wasn't one thing that kept me going. It was just I understood that it was okay to be upset, right? We just want to kind of brush through our emotions, it's okay to be upset. I took a couple of days off. I respected my mind. I hung out with my kids, and then I came back a couple of days later. And I think it's important to take a break. upset, not to rush through it or puddle through it. And that really helped me. Like, you can chill out for a minute, but then get back on that horse and keep riding. That's what really helped me, to take that time to be upset. Like, it's okay. It sucks, but what are you going to do about it? That's basically what I had to ask myself. Like, and then you can be sad, but then you need to get smart after that. That's like what I tell myself every day. You can be sad, but then you need to get smart. So, and now, like, my developers, even hiring team members, I have a way more thorough interviewing process. Like, I want to see your previous work. I want to talk to your previous customers. You know, it's not something that I knew before that. Because I just assumed, as you said, you could develop a website, and you could develop a website. That's not the case. So.
Yeah, and I'm curious to know, like, especially with something as it seems like there's a lot of, I guess, complex details that go into creating a software specifically for what you're looking to do. Was there like a learning curve? Like, did you have to learn some of the components just to know like the functionalities and?
Yes. So so my website and my platform is on LAMP. I didn't know what LAMP was when my developer told me about it. He said, yeah, I did HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
And so I started looking this stuff up. And another thing was the design portion of the website. So you have all these colors and fonts. And people take that stuff for granted, but some fonts and some colors don't look good together, like a shadow box.
Right, yeah.
My footer design, I literally created wireframes for my whole entire 11-page website. So I went to all these different platforms, and I was like, okay, I like this granite, I like these colors, and I like doing wireframes for it. Like, this is how I want their portfolio to look. This is how I want the digital dashboard to look. And it took forever. And then I had to create the copy for it, which I didn't know how to do. And the verbiage you got to use depending on who you're talking to, and showing a value proposition, not having too much font and small font, and using your white space in the background, and like not have it cluttered, and certain colors appeal to this market better than others. It was exhausting, but I know so much about web design now. It's crazy.
I can imagine. You're probably an expert by this time. We'll look for you to create some workshops here in a bit. So, I hear you. So tell us about, entrepreneurship in itself. What do you enjoy most about entrepreneurship? And then I have a couple of follow-up questions in regards to that as well.
Oh, I love, like, being in control of my own destiny. It sounds corny, but I do. I like that I'm making my own dreams come true, so I'm not pushing anyone else's agenda. And I just love helping freelance, honestly, because I feel like everyone else is just making a lot of profit for them and not giving them their own business tools to leverage their own business. Like, freelancers are entrepreneurs. But that's not how they're treated. They're treated like minimum wage workers, and that's not what they are. So that's like mostly what I enjoy the best out of everything. And just being able to work from home, run my business. And I have 2 girls, so I love that. They're like, oh, you're the boss. I said, I am the boss. She said, you take it down, and I'll make this joke. And I said, let me ask the boss. I'll ask myself a question. I guess I can. Like, I love that. I love that my daughters do that. I'm a tech founder, and it's technology and software. I love that. I have a fluid schedule. I love that I can do that if we go on vacation to Keetria or the Caribbean. I can do all of that from my computer. So I love it.
All of that from the computer. Love it as well. And this, you pretty much just answered this, but the follow-up question was, what do you enjoy most about your business and giving back to freelancers?
Like I said, just giving them autonomy and control and giving them that community. I really think it creates more loyalty. Because I know right now, the retention rate for big corporations are very high. There's no loyalty anymore. Nobody wants to stay and work for you because they're not being treated right. And so I think we need to go back to motivating and engaging our customer base and keeping them happy so they stay longer. It's not the pay that makes people stay. It's feeling respected and appreciated. So I want to give them that feeling again. I don't think anyone should hate what they're doing. So.
Love that. That is excellent. Excellent. Tempestt. All right. Before we wrap up, ma'am, please leave us with some words of advice to emerging entrepreneurs and those aspiring to launch products specifically in the tech space.
This is for the faint of heart, number one. And then number 2 is just because you don't like your job does not mean you want to be a good entrepreneur. So I just want to put that out there. I see a lot of my friends, they start off being entrepreneurs, but it's a lot of work. It's depressing sometimes. Like yesterday was a really bad day for me. I just did not feel like myself. I was just like, it's exhausting. It can be lonely. You know what I mean? So I would just make sure that this is the flight for you. And then the third thing is get a community around around you. Like I said, I just graduated journalism, and that was like the best $2,000 I've ever spent. And I love the classes and training, but the invaluable community is what I love about it. Like, I literally talk to like a couple of times a week. We just had a call last night for like 3 hours, helping each other, like pitch each other businesses and helping each other strategize a little visual think tank on the phone for 3 hours. So you really need a community. So I have like 60 plus Black and brown tech times I get to talk to like every day, and I love it. But you need those people, because my regular friends, they can sympathize, they can support, but they really don't understand what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, definitely makes sense. All right. Tempestt, please let us know where we can find out more about you online, and also your company, The Busy Business. Feel free to leave website, social media handles. If you have a Facebook group or any upcoming events and things like that, feel free to share that as well.
Well, I actually will be going to the Veterans Business Battle, which is like the biggest business plan competition for veterans in Houston next month for an investment opportunity for $100K. So hopefully I go and I smash that. I can get some investment. And the second thing is I'll be going to Collision 2019 in May in Canada, which is the biggest tech conference. I'll be exhibiting there. I will find out in a couple of weeks if I get to pitch there as well. And I think that's about it. And I'm on Twitter. She's real busy, and also my business at The Busy Business. The same name for LinkedIn and for Facebook. So.
Absolutely wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Tempestt Davis, for joining us. We appreciate it. You'll definitely have to come back and let us know how you did with those upcoming events. We're rooting for you, and we appreciate you being a guest. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, take care.
Thanks for hanging out with us here on SOB. We hope this episode has been resourceful. If you'd like to check out the latest articles or follow Keetria's website updates, just log on to Keetria.com or follow her on Twitter at KEETRIA.